Starting the brew day. One thing I do know is that it's batch. Oh, I thought I knew. 108, as if it matters. So what we do, we get up early here. I think it's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. And we have this electric unit plugged in here. I love it. Let's drop the spoon. We got our mash tun ready. All our grains are out here. I'll have to sanitize the spoon again. Let's see, our temperature is up to, oh boy, look at that. 178. So by the time I dough in and the mash tun warms up and the grains get in there, like I say, you can always add ice if it's going to be too hot of a mash, but we like to come in hot. Once I stir this, it's actually going to go down. So maybe I'll do that now. So we're going to stir that water, see how much that gauge drops a little bit here, and see what our real temperature in here is, our strike water. Stir it up good. Last night we added our chemicals, brought the pH down to 5.5. A little metabisulfate, which is a cabinet tablet, remove the chloramines. We let the water sit overnight, remove the chlorine. How much did she drop here? Right to 170. So we'll give it a minute here, and then we're gonna put the mash tun down here and dough in. Gotta fondle the grain a little bit there just to see what she looks like. She looks beautiful. So here we go with the cherry. Pale ale cherry. So we'll stir it in here and check our final temperature. Nice. 150. This gauge is like 2 degrees hotter. Just bring it up to, make sure she's doughed in nice here. No dough balls. 52. 155. Looks like here. 156. Give it a minute here to adjust as I stir it in. 157. Okay, we're gonna call it at 157 here. Yeah, 157. A little on the high side, but that's what this one's gonna call for, so. I'm gonna run over loft. A picture or two. valve is closed. And off to the boil kettle we go. We're waiting for the hot break here, which is just about there. I'm not turning it down this time. There they go. There goes the proteins. They'll start dropping out here in a second. We're on a pretty high flame. I got the ceiling fan on here. Try not to get you dizzy. It's 640 CFM. Two big motors up there sucking the humidity out here. So yeah, there's the foam, there's the hot break happening right in front of our face. Our first edition of hops are going to be 1 ounce of Warrior. My wife's got them all bagged up here and all set. 1 ounce of Warrior. They're 15.4 alpha acids. From the company I bought these from. I forget where they were from. So there's your hot break. Come around this way with it maybe a little bit. All stuck up on the side there. So 1 ounce of Warrior. I use that to break the bubbles down a little bit there. Smack it about. Drop them in there a little bit. There's the 1 ounce of Warrior. Usually when you put your hops in, you get another little reaction. So we'll get those in now. This will be a 1 hour boil. We hope that it boils off because this kettle boils off like 1.5 gallons an hour. So we're going to let her roll and roll and roll. And this one takes the, let's see if I get over here. This one takes the Oregon puree. Dark sweet cherry. We made a stout with this here a while back, and we like it. We made a Hefeweizen, a cherry Hefeweizen. This is just a regular, like a pale ale. We're going to call it Cherry Delight. I think we made this before. The recipe's just a little different. So this will be going in right in the primary fermenter when that time comes. Pre-boil on this one is 10:45. 1.045. That's a good start. We'll probably pick up another 8 to 10 points after boil. Finishing it at like, I don't know, 10, probably a 10:52 or 10:53 will be my guess. Maybe a little higher. Alrighty, Citra hops in a homemade muslin bag. Again. Last 15 minutes, we throw in the Citra hops here in the Cherry Delight. That's the name of it. We'll throw it in on this side. Now, what's the difference? They come out at the same time. So 1 ounce of Citra hops are in the last 15 minutes here. That's Fermate O. Oh yeah, that's what I want, Fermate O. I'm going to use Fermate O as a yeast nutrient. Last 15 minutes here. Might have a hole in it. And we're just going to dump that in there. Oh, about a spoonful. And I'm getting low on Irish moss. I had about, oh shit, almost a pound of it. So that goes in now. So the Irish moss is in. Last hop addition is in. Cherry Delight, she came in at 10:45 pre-boil. We'll be getting our reading on it shortly after we have flame out here. Here's the fermenter coming out. Turn it this way. Ready to dump it in. And I'll get my hose over here too. pen, 1.055. She came up a whole 10 points. I'm very happy with that. Flame out. Flame out. Chillers in and chilling. There's no sense recording all that. So there we go, it's clean. And we're gonna start filling the fermenter here. Valve is closed. All right, we're halfway full. And take the the cherry juice. Everything's been sanitized. Open that up. Cherry puree from Vintners, but actually this one's called Oregon puree. I think it's the same company. So we'll get that in, nice and thick. Let it aerate as it goes in. That is thick and delicious. So the puree is in, cherry puree. So we're going to tilt our kettle. Get the rest of our work a little faster. Probably spill some of it. See that happening already. A little foam. So that's it there. I'll get our sanitized scissors out of here. Oh, I know they're in there somewhere, but there they are. Gonna sanitize the pack of yeast and my hands at the same time. We always do this. I cut her open and in she goes. Very high on the, what do you call it today? So she's in. Comes the cover. There's the cover. Airlock will be coming shortly. There we go. How you doing? I'm doing not too bad. After 23 days, we come out. I was ready to keg my Cherry Delight. My brew sheet's up here, 23 days. And I come out, and here's the bubbler. See if the camera picks that up. Probably not. We got real good activity in the bubbler after 23 days. Our temperature is 63 degrees and rising. This yeast works better between 59 and 68 degrees. So, needless to say, I'm not going to keg this. I am going to take a hydrometer reading just to see where she stands here. I hate wasting a little beer, but sometimes you just got to do that. So let's get on with that. First thing you want to do, for sure, is pull your bubbler out. But we do got active fermentation right in the bubbler. It's kind of amazing. So that's out so we don't get a back suck. So it's worth getting a reading now to see where she stands, because we are going to let it go. Yeah, I can't even get even here. Yeah, she's got a little ways to go. I can't see the gauge. Looks like about 10:20 right now. Very important to get a reading so I know what's going on here. Yeah, she's at 10:21. Yeah, we're gonna let her sit here and ferment at the warmer temperatures. I just checked the yeast pack. I think this is the yeast I use, or I used T58. Holy shit. No, we use the Safal SA33. And the ideal range is 59 to 68. And I've been fermenting a little cooler. I was at 62 degrees. And now she's coming up to, not the best accurate gauge, but she's at 65. 64.9 the beer is at. So she can come up a couple more degrees. And that's probably why we're seeing active fermentation into the bubbler, into the airlock. How you doing? So, yeah, we're going to let her go. 23 days and counting.